All right, welcome back. So you can see some things in the background. You can see my desk treadmill, which I will definitely be going over later. You can also see over here a red light panel, which I will go over later as well, because this is a smaller, cheaper one, but from a reputable company. So if you don't want to spend thousands of thousands, you can spend a few hundred and get a smaller one, and if it works, then you can upgrade when you have more money. I've found red light therapy works really well. It's not really something relating to home office, but you can, as you're typing, put it on like your elbow or something. I have kind of elbow issues from when I would practice juggling, 7-ball juggling. I blew up my elbows pretty much. I got like really bad tennis elbow. So that helps with that. And then the other thing is a harmonium, I'm a musical instrument. I'm surrounded by musical instruments. But we're gonna focus in for this part. I'll do a whole series on a home office setup. I think a lot of people will appreciate that. We're gonna focus on keyboards now, because I'm always trying to have a more productive setup to get more things done and to enjoy work more. Sometimes it can be hard to enjoy work, so if you make it more enjoyable, that'll definitely help productivity. All right, so here's the gold standard, as I mentioned, the cheap, I presume, I actually don't even know how much it costs, but it's a Logitech Bluetooth keyboard. It's not clackety. It's just a regular. It doesn't have switches. It's not mechanical. But you can bang it against the wall and it won't break. You can take it somewhere else and say it's not on Bluetooth, so it'll be fine. It doesn't have all these a million features in it. I didn't pay for it. I got it through accessory, as an accessory. It's awesome. This is the best keyboard I've ever used. So let's go through some of the other keyboards that I've tried, but that I don't use. So this one I actually do use sometimes. This is the Raspberry Pi keyboard that you get, that you can get as an accessory when you buy the Raspberry Pi. So this one's pretty good. It's got some USB ports on it, so it also serves as a USB hub, which can be really useful. Again, it's not mechanical. There's no clacketiness or whatever, which I personally kind of like. Like, I don't get why people are obsessed with swapping out the keycaps and the gaskets and all. It's like, just like stop. Just stop. Just stop. Like, have better priorities. Like, please. So, like, this doesn't have any of that. It's just a basic, cheap keyboard that's used for plugging into Raspberry Pis. So this one I actually do use sometimes, because it's nice to have the USB hubs on it. And then if you're doing anything with the Raspberry Pi, you just put this on there, and this is really the perfect keyboard for that. You can't even use something like this on it because it doesn't have the micro USB port. So this one's pretty good as well. Now, this is one that I've been using for a while, because this is one of these, internet things where everyone's obsessed with a colorful keyboard that's mechanical. This one is mechanical. It has the clacketiness to it, and I would use it for a while, but after a while I just stopped using it because, first of all, this is a very cheap one. This is like $30. This one is kind of the mid to high tier level. It was like $80, like $90. So it just, it's got like rounded keycaps, and it's like you can't go like that to it like you can with these. Like, if you go like this, you can press all the keys, but here, like, if you go like that, you get stuck. You can't like, not that I do that, but it's like, if I'm typing and I'm moving a finger over, you can see I can get my finger jammed there, and it's just, I just found it's really bad. Like, this is the first Bluetooth wireless keyboard that I've used, so I liked it because of that. That's why I used it. But when I changed to this one, it's like, oh yeah, there's no reason to use this one. This one sucks, and I just put it in the junk drawer, basically. So, and then there's also this Logitech as well, and I think this is probably the one that like came with my computer, or that I just had laying around. This is, you know, the $10 keyboard that just comes with something by default. Really not much to say about this one. It's got a USB-A on it. It doesn't have any wireless capabilities. It's just the default generic keyboard you can get. So these two definitely belong together in the pile of useless keyboards that aren't going to be used. This belongs in a class of its own. This is an S tier keyboard. This belongs in A tier, S tier if you're using Raspberry Pis. And that brings me to the next keyboard, which is a mechanical Clackety Cherry MX, and it's clackety in a different way. So that's more like that. And this is a higher pitched clackety. So I was using this one for a while too. And honestly, I would say I like this one for typing. Like it's pretty good. Like, and in the house, went to the store, and then but that's the other thing too. It's like sometimes there's like gunk. It like doesn't stay clean the way that these do, and like, you know, because it's mechanical, it's like that mechanism of pushing the key gets jammed, and like, you know, this one, I don't think it belongs in the F tier, but it's not an A tier. It's probably not even a B tier. It's more of a C tier. So, you know, I would use that one in a pinch, especially if I could clean it. But you know, I would use this one in a pinch as well. So this one, I don't think I would use this one if I absolutely needed Bluetooth, but this one is pretty bad. All right, and then that brings me to the next keyboard I have, and I think these are all the keyboards I have. I'm not sure about that, but this one's pretty interesting because it's a travel keyboard. So it folds up and then it unfolds, and now we have a full keyboard that you can use. You know, no clackiness. It's got a little bit of clackiness actually. You know, you can hear that compared to this, compared to this, compared to that. This one I can't really do it on because it's the keyboard. I can do the arrow keys. Yeah, so this one, you know, if that's what you want for it to sound good. This one sounds the worst, but this one probably sounds the best. This one sounds plasticky and bad. This one sounds, I don't know, and this one honestly probably sounds the best. It sounds like you're typing. It doesn't sound like a mechanical, clackety internet unhealthy obsession, but as I said, this is an S tier keyboard for sure. So this one, you know, I would use this especially if I were traveling. It's just like a little bit awkward to use because I'm not a fan of this collapsed style. This is another thing you see all the time on the internet, but you know, it's in advertising videos. They're trying to sell you stuff, so all they care about is that the computer looks good, and it looks better when it's compact like this. It looks nice and clean in a video. It fits in the shot really well, and I think that's why the internet's obsessed with stuff like this, because it just looks so clean and compact, and like, yeah, when you travel with it, you know, you're not going to travel with this one at all. But you can certainly travel with this. So if you're used to using it every day as your keyboard, you can take it with you and not miss a beat. But you know, it's like you got to do everything with the function key to use like the. So I don't know. This one's kind of weird. I honestly, it belongs in a pretty high tier because it's pretty cool and it connects to everything. You can travel it. It's got enough keys. It's got a full arrow key set up here, so you can use it for gaming. You can use it for whatever, and it's Bluetooth. So this one gets pretty high marks. I would put this as an A tier, to be honest. All right, so those are all my pre-existing computers. We've got my junk ones that belong in the trash or in a garbage. We've got the default keyboard that comes with every PC, no Bluetooth, kind of, you know, no tactile clackiness, just kind of junky keycaps, junky mechanism. Then we've got an upgrade from that, which has Bluetooth capability, which has the clacketiness, but is basically the cheapest one you can get with those functionalities. It's like $30 and it's garbage. Then up from that, we've got a very cheap mechanical keyboard. It's got good clacketiness, it's good typing speed, but it gets dirty. It's clunked up, and it doesn't have any Bluetooth, anything like that, which is really necessary. I hate being tethered into my desk, so this is definitely one of the worst as well. Up from that, we've got a specialty keyboard specific for a Raspberry Pi. I like typing on it. I like how it's pretty compact. So this is the next one. Then I'd say the next one that's the higher tier is this travel keyboard, because it's pretty nice. It feels really good. It's even though it folds up like this, I just like this one a lot. So this is the next one. And then the king of them all, for sure, is this clunky, office space style Logitech that you could request from an employer or something. Like, it is absolutely wonderful. Everything about this keyboard is S tier, in my opinion. I don't know how much it costs. That might be good to research it, but I would be surprised if this were the most expensive if this were more expensive than this Warmier. I would actually be pretty surprised, but hey, maybe it is. I really don't know that much about this keyboard. But anyway, that brings me to the actual unboxing of the Warmier. So I think I'm tempted to do this in another video. So yeah, that's it for this video. It's a overview of the keyboards that I already have, and the Warmier's got to beat up this one. All the rest are just not so good, except for this travel one, which is kind of a special use case one. I could see myself using this as well for travel if I need to. But typically when I'm traveling, it's like for vacation, so like I don't really need, like maybe as a digital nomad, something like this would be great. But I don't really have that lifestyle, so traveling typically is to get away from keyboards. So yeah, that's it for this video. Next video, I'm gonna actually unbox this and see how it stacks up to this keyboard, which is the best one I've used.